I don't
I think
know.
it was
It's
a
the
COD
5 we
player.
expected. I mean, it's not any shockers or anything like that. So yeah, your starting 5 for CLG tonight is going to be Cutler, Finesse, Hayes, Tarek, and then JDMS to stand in for now. And then of course Ace using their new 5. Pex and Ape returning from last season, but their new 3, Rabbit, Disciple, and then of course Mo was just very recently announced as being a part of the squad. So let's see how this thing plays out. As JDM
Oh,
already getting a nice nade stack on the Pex and Long Hay.
just greeted those rafters with his face after getting blown up there. So Pex is down.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, Mo is going to get the trade out there. Oh, wow, nice. I actually have a camera operator. This is nice.
This is pretty
I had to
great.
do it myself earlier.
He needs to turn X-ray on though, Kevin. Let's go, bud.
It's a bug.
It's a bug.
So I'll inform him, yeah. Like, he sees it, but we don't. It's weird. Either way, though, CLG, they got to a quick 4-4. Now they'll bring it back to a 3-on-3 here. Long control, though, does belong to Ace, the terrorist. They're going to flip it back around, and maybe they'll catch Tarek here.
Yep,
Oh,
as they are going to
nice
flash away out long. Tarek trying to
Tarek.
finish USB. Yeah, getting the first headshot. A second headshot there from Tarek as well. Looking for a third on the Rabbit. They're exchanging some fire. Rabbit will eventually take him down, but he's in a 1 versus 2. He does have the bomb, but he's taking a lot of damage from Cutler.
All right, so Tarek putting a nice performance there with a 3K on the first round. Probably got the MVP as well, so that's a crazy amount of points. So let's quickly, while we're just in this sort of anti-eco round, we both have Cutler and Tarek for our Vulcan Fantasy.
Yes, I have Hayes, you have JDM.
And I have JDM, and then you have Pex.
I have Ape.
So you
I
have
have
one more player in this game than I do.
Yeah, I have Ape from Ace.
Oh, Ape, excuse me, yeah. All right. So we can try to...
So I have to hope
track
that
of that a
Hayes does
little bit.
better than JDM, and I have to hope that Ape does something respectable.
You have to hope that Ape doesn't get wrecked and go negative.
Yeah, and then I have to hope that Hayes does better than JDM, pretty much
Yeah.
for our head-to-head contest.
Well, and the shot caller was different. I got Tarek.
Yeah, I
He
had
just
Cutler.
exploded on that round.
Shh. All right, be quiet. Anyway, Ace is going to be on the save, trying to do a mid to B attack right now. No presence at B tunnels, though, and both players just playing inside the site. Mopping it up quite easily, though. Disciple has gotten a couple of kills with the 250. He'll actually pick up an M4, but the bomb is located outside the site. He's run out of M4 bullets as well, so in a tough spot. He'll finally get shut down there from Finesse, and it's now 2-0 for CLG.
Another MVP for Tarek.
All right, listen. Is it MVP overall for the map, or is it like MVP per round? Like
No, it's per round.
That's so ridiculous.
I think it is also a little ridiculous. Just because if that stat functioned better inside of the game...
Yeah, because
But,
I
like,
think MVP
if you defuse the bomb, it's like you get MVP, and I just don't
Yeah,
think...
yeah. I think that's kind of
fair.
a crazy multiplier. I thought they
But,
had their own
okay.
MVP system on Vulcan. I didn't know they used just like Valve.
Maybe they do. I don't know.
We'll have to look into that. It's a new sponsor for us. We're still kind of toying around with it and figuring it out, as we do have a 2-0 starter course for CLG. We do have, pretty much a save right now for Ace Gaming, as Hayes
goodbye.
will get the touchdown on the Disciple, and it's only 3 players left as they're getting stuck behind this smoke on the catwalk, so pretty much shut down from executing anything at this point in time.
Yeah, trying to get some Tech 9 spam through there. Pex has one of those, but only 3 members for Ace surviving. Still trying to go, and Ape actually will grab a kill there on FNS. He was up in Goose. They're not even going to test Hayes. They're going to go back towards middle. That's where JDM resides. And he spots them out, so whether he gets a kill or not, he gets the information. He lights one up. Can't find the kill. All 3 of these players are super low. Tarek is too, but he's got a good angle. He'll get 1. Can he get a second? Not quite, but 2 kills on the round. Molly's up the door, forcing them in through this window. And Cutler actually steps up and gets the other 2.
Yeah, so pretty much just an eco mop up there. CLG got 2 really early picks, just leaving 3 Ace members left. They were already pretty damaged as well through spam at Cat, and Tarek pretty much just able to kind of clean it up there at the very end. And so we are going to get to our first official gun round. Mo will be able to debut his op here for the first time, and he will be going head-to-head against JDM, though I'm kind of curious. JDM is actually going to go for the long A exchange. Mo, of course, parking it at mid, watching the cross, but not going to actually spot anything there. JDM is going to get pressured off of long, though. Some good smokes and flashes, pushing JDM off of long A, not allowing him to get any picks, so he will play from the A plat. Maybe try to get a pick on someone jumping in the pit or going for an exchange there. And since they do have long control, I think they'll just put Mo in pit and then fall off. This is kind of like a classic strat on Dusty to do from T sides is get that Opera and Long, then traverse back to Cat. But Cutler waiting for him here with the M4 is going to spot this, but forced to fall back for now. And Mo did find JDM in the midst of all that as well. Actually, a headshot pick there on the JDM on the A plat. So the first op duel will go to Mo.
There you go, Mo. We believe. Ape moving in with a nice flash, but FNS in the stairwell wasn't quite blind. In the end, though, Disciple will step over the corpses and move out onto A plat. He has survived, and there's actually a man advantage here for Ace. See what they can do with it. Oh, yeah, Tarek, though, is going to get one, and that'll even it up. Both of the players for CT were on the ramp. Pex now will scoop up the bomb that had fallen on Cat. Mo is still trying to work in an op shot, but getting flashed back.
Yep,
and
so
the clock is counting down.
Yep, 2v2 situation here. Like you said, clock ticking down. This is 25 seconds. Mo trying to cross with this op. The bomb made it into the A side. It can't get planted for long, though, so Mo's in a really bad position to clutch this round. The way the bomb is planted is going to be very difficult as it's planted safely behind that box. Hayes can just defuse if he wanted to. Mo can't really do anything about it, but Hayes peeks out up top. Gets killed by Mo, but at least Tarek is there to make the trade.
Tarek has got MVP all 4 rounds.
How do you see this? On my scoreboard,
points.
Everyone has an MVP star on me on the scoreboard. How do you see how many
That's
MVPs? That's
because that is their MVP status within CEVO. They're all MVP members of CEVO.
So for me, I only
it says it at the end
MVPs.
of the round. At the end of the round, when someone wins, it tells you who the MVP is, and Tarek has got it all 4 times.
All right.
So that's 20 points plus 18, 38 minus 36 points in 4 rounds. Tarek, that's why I picked you.
I picked him too, bud. He's just not my shot caller.
Not your shot caller. Although he's probably like everybody's shot caller, so I don't know if that even matters.
Except for me, I picked Cutler.
Except for you.
I went with consistency over over flash.
I don't know, dude. I went with capability to land high fives for my determining factor, and Cutler lost that battle.
Okay. It's really an odd way of gauging, but I mean, whatever floats your boat, man.
He's still able to buy up, though.
Yep.
And Mo with an op once more.
I mean, that bomb plant certainly helped out, and they forced a lot of rebuys out of CLG, actually. So, I mean, the economy for both teams is actually pretty terrible. So, this round's likely worth 2 for whoever wins it. So, this could be like a 6-0 lead for CLG from CT side, which would be huge. Or it could be Ace, halfway to the comeback with a couple of rounds in a row. As they tried to execute out mid, but a nice counter flash there from, Finesse and Tarek pretty much holding them off as they do have a pretty solid middle crossfire at this point. As Mo will actually bring his op up the catwalk and look for a pick onto the A side. JDM is watching the cross from the corner over there towards Game Helper. And he misses his shot. Yeah, that's really big there. They get out across Cat because he misses that shot. He's down to 2 HP as well, forced to kind of fall back. He does hit Wabbit, but cannot get the kill.
Well, number FUD.
Still a 2 versus 4, though, in favor of CLG.
The op battle is a little lackluster here.
Yeah, and the bomb's way down, like way far away from Mo, so I don't really...
Tarek.
Yeah, I guess someone caught it as it was trying to rotate Cat. I'm not really sure who was holding onto the bomb there that round, but either way, Tarek is 13-2 in 5 rounds, so I mean, he's pretty much destroying right now.
Yes, he is. Let's look at Ape. Ape is getting you negative points right now.
Yep.
Wait, actually, maybe like just as
-1. Yeah. -1. Because it's 2 points for a kill, -1 for a death, so yeah. -1 right now for Ape. Tarek, on the other hand, doing pretty solid.
Opt 1 already. Brought down Mo. Ape picked up, or has rather, a scout. I'm guessing he picked up the scout from Mo.
Yeah, pretty much a save here from Ace Game. They do have that scout on Ape, and everyone else is pretty much on pistols. They're looking to explode out of mid, but Finesse is right up close. Could definitely shut this down with the M4, but only able to get 1 kill. Tarek kind of exposed here outside B with the op up close. Just kind of forced to fall back on the doors of B, and he will get caught. So this bomb could plant unless JDM is able to lock it down with his own op at the back of the B platform, as they will split window and door, but he can't get the kill.
How unlucky.
The shot. Yeah, he's gotten so many leg shots, but he just cannot get the kill. You saw that last round too, and they were crossing Cat. He was getting like legs on Rabbit and stuff, but just can't finish. And now Cutler forced to play a 1 versus 3, and so that economic advantage that CLG was able to get pretty much doesn't matter because I mean Ace looking to close out this round. Unless Cutler can clutch it 1 versus 3. Oh, he gets 2, but Abe waiting in the tunnels there with the scout, and so yeah, I mean that money advantage not really mattering as Ace ecos and still wins.
Well, I mean they forced up, right? They had technically scout. Which, as a result of that, I feel like FNS or Finesse playing there by the door so close, I feel like that's so risky against
it really is
T250s or Tech 9s, because as we saw, he barely got that first kill, and he was immediately one-tapped.
And the problem is like, and this is an issue that CLG has just in general. Like Steel and Moses were talking about it actually in that Real Talk thing that they were doing, and it's very true. You can notice this. Is that they always seem to have players in a position where they have to be a hero and no one can trade. Like, Tarek was not in a position to trade with Finesse there if Finesse goes down. His op was way more passive towards outside B, so he couldn't help, you know, I mean, it was basically Finesse was in a one-and-done spot. He had to either lock down that spray down or he was only going to get one kill and die. As we do see some aggression here from CLG inside B tunnels. Once again, no one there able to jump onto the trade. Peck's able to get a kill and fall back, and that's a free frag to get Ace back in the round, erasing CLG's advantage. But luckily, Peck's kind of re-peeks in the Haze, and Haze is able to kind of get
another
it back.
leg!
Yeah, I know.
This time, Mo legs JDM. The Ops, maybe they should just put him down, like, honestly. Ops, the RNG did not show up today. Or rather, it did in a very negative sense. A nice shot there for Ape. Cutler, though, moving up the ramp here. Ape, the last one, does have the bomb and time, but can he get out of this corner? He's stuck by the boxes. They know exactly where he is. No Molotov. Oh, actually, there is an incendiary. It's going in now, so he's forced to move out here. Cutler, nice spray control there, but he will go down to the fire in the end. So Cutler, post-mortem there, grabs it. And the MVP. There you go, Dust.
Like I said, I'm still not 100% sure how this whole MVP thing works, so I think we need to.
Me neither, but I'm going to keep pointing it out.
Maybe at halftime. Okay, you keep doing that. I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? I mean, he has 24 points for sure locked in just from kill KD,
like,
and then the shot caller adds 25% to that. So he's doing good, is the point. There's no real need to keep forcing it down the loser's throat. I mean, there's a such thing as being a sore winner, Joey, and the night's not even over yet. So
if you talk trash, it doesn't matter if you're winning or losing.
I didn't talk trash.
You can't quit.
I'm trying to be a nice guy.
I'm the one talking trash, pretty much. Like, so even if I'm losing, I'm going to have to continue doing it.
And here comes the mid-explosion again here on an eco round from Ace. They're kind of an eco. They have Tech 9s across the board, but no real armor except one player and no nade. So they just pretty much have to explode and hope for the best.
Nice
but Cutler cutting them off here with the M4 from CT spawn, but they still get into B. It's going to be up to Haze to hold it down by himself.
Run out of bullets.
Flat. Yeah, exactly. That unsilenced M4 kind of hurting them there. It's now a 2 versus 2. The bomb's about to get planted, and Ace might just win their only 2 rounds of the game so far off of, like, partial buys are pretty much ecos. So it's kind of interesting that they can't get any gun rounds, but on these situations where they're forced to buy out Tech 9s or like upgraded pistols, they actually sometimes win these rounds. And it's about to be a 2 versus 1, but nope, Finesse and JDM will cut it out this time. And
it's like the Tech 9 wasn't really nerfed. Go figure.
I see what you did there. Of course it hasn't. It's nerfed at distance. You can't long range pick people with it anymore in the head with 1 bullet, but yeah, it's still pretty insane.
They were using it well there. Got him there and got the bomb down.
Don't worry, bro. That clip size is a little bit smaller.
Yeah, the clip
magazine size. Excuse me. I don't want to anger all like the huge gun fans out there. No differentiation between clips and magazines. So the magazine.
Oh, speaking of, really being picky about how you use like weapon vernacular, point blank does not mean what most people think it means.
Okay,
by the way.
Okay. I'll be curious to hear that story.
We'll get into it after the rifle round, yeah.
Let's see what's going on here as Ace is trying to get some control of B-Tunnel. CLG once again pushing into B-Tunnels, but in trading positions this time. So that was key. Hayes able to get the immediate trade, so at least they're not just giving up a free frag. Though that still favors the T's to do even trades like that. Once again, going mid to B, they've been favoring mid to B quite a lot. They've gotten into the site and planted both times they've done this on save rounds, and they're doing it again here on the gun round, and they're actually going to have the man advantage out of it. There's no one at B anymore, and CLG's in a really tough spot. Finesse is trying to flank through tons, but his other 2 teammates are still locked down in CT spawn, so this is not going to be an easy retake. Finesse is trying to find Ape at the back of B plat, but he does catch Mo actually at the big box, so this is actually a winnable retake now at this point.
Oh! Rabbit just got deleted by that grenade. He was on 5 HP, same as Cutler, but Cutler still lives. 8 brought down to 4 now. Pex, though, will get 1 as JDM checks the closet first. He gets them both, actually, as 1 dropped in through window. So nice round for Pex.
And, I mean, CLG keeps getting caught by these mid-to-B attacks. I mean, like I said, 2 of Ace's broken by or save rounds, whatever you want to call them, they attacked B, and in both situations they got the bomb planted, one of which they just won the round, which is one of their 2 wins. And then there, you just saw it on a gun round. They did the exact same thing. They've been able to just isolate that player in CT spawn, not making him ineffective, and then they're getting at least equal trades in the B bomb site to have either a 1-man advantage or a neutral situation, but with the bomb down. And that's been kind of the key, and they actually finally forced CLG on a save.
which means I can get into my point of what point blank means.
Yeah, cool.
So point blank is the range at which bullet drop doesn't come into effect. So when gravity is not affecting the trajectory of your bullet in like any impactful way. So point blank is actually still pretty far.
Okay, that's cool.
But I will still use it wrong all the time.
I guess it just means we don't use point blank as generously as we should. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's still technically point blank.
Right. As we are seeing Ace just sneak in the B for free. Obviously, this is a save round, so CLG kind of gambled their numbers and unfortunately kind of left B completely open. Kind of odd, seeing as that's what Ace has been hitting almost every round the last 4 or 5 rounds. I would almost like gamble on the likelihood they keep hitting B. But regardless, it's just a save for CLG, and it's understandable that they would, lose this round.
Did Hayes get legged?
I have no idea.
I mean, he's got 6 health, and there's 2 ops, so I'm assuming he got legged.
It's possible. They're just looking for exits if anyone's going to exit B tunnels or to T spawn, but everyone's trying to exit the CT spawn. Tarek is here at the 250, but he's going to get caught. And so, yeah, no real exit frag opportunity here for JDM and company, unless JDM kind of like just runs through double doors mid and hopes for something through the smoke. That's what he's going to go for. I'm on as well. I mean, this is only a $300 investment on the 250, so it's not like you need to save that. And not able to get it, though. So Ace, though, still able to win the last 2 of 3. So they're starting to get in here. And actually, they've won the last 3 of 5. So here in these last, 5 rounds, after going down 5-0, they've been able to kind of fight back a little bit here from T-side.
All right, so Ape watching the cross there. Will not end up picking one off. No one jumped, and he was aiming a little bit higher.
Another save from CLG, by the way.
It looks like on the double eco here. Well, this time 3.9 equipment value. So I would call this slight force buy. Launders and I were going over this earlier.
Yeah, I mean, they each have like close to 3K like average for the team. So with a 3-round loss bonus, they'll have plenty of money next round, even with these buys. So it's not like a crazy investment.
No, yeah, they'll definitely be able to buy. I drew the line. I said like 3K equipment value, just like kind of a. I really did just kind of pick it at random, but
yeah, you kind of have to take into account how much money that they have and how much they will get the next round.
Yeah, like a percentage of your total money already, but. That takes too long.
We could try to come up with some kind of definition, but
I just wanted a way to take it automatically.
To me, you're not ecoing unless you're not buying anything, and if you are buying some stuff, then it's like
then ecos don't exist in CS:GO because almost everybody is going to get at least a P250.
There's like full eco and partial save or whatever. I don't know. Semantics. 4-on-4 here as we do see Ace getting into the bomb site, and they actually might get this bomb planted. As it looks like they will, in fact, get an AK has been picked up by Tarek. You see Hayes trying to jump peek up the elevator and try to stop this bomb plant from happening. Mo realizes this. He's watching him jump him down, but he's about to get flanked, actually, Mo is, if he's not careful. That could kind of break the round back open. JDM gets a kill. Oh, JDM gets both. Oh, my goodness, and on a partial save, CLG's going to get a win.
Wait, no, I need JDM to get a bomb defused. Nice. Sorry. Still in competition mode.
I'm going to this up now because it's really bugging me.
Oh yeah, I guess we can actually track our points live, huh? You have another player in this game, though.
Yeah, which could be good or bad if I'm like losing
might be bad.
An extra. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It could actually be really bad that's the case.
I'm gonna have to stick around though, because when Misled comes back for game 2,
I have 73 points so far.
I'm actually not even seeing this. Let me go to...
Okay, so I'm looking, and right now Tarek has 0 MVPs on the scoreboard, so it must not have anything to do with Valve's MVP system. It must be something completely separate that Vulcan just does.
Oh.
I think it's like maybe if you score the most points in a particular map, you're the MVP or something like that. Or
yeah, maybe it's overall.
I'll have to look up I'll look up the rules while you cover this next round. How about that? We'll sort this out.
What is Ape getting you right now?
I don't want to talk about it, okay? Actually, he has 13 points.
Really?
Because of the, I don't know, I guess with the assist and like...
Yeah, assists are 1.6. Alright, so doing better than JDM. We got another rifle around here, round 12. Finesse's, oh, did he just fall off? No, he's got boosted over here. That smoke, the box and CT spawn, he's able to bring down one. Tarek got another. So it's just 3 members here for Ace now surviving, trying to bring it back to mid. See if they can't catch some people trying to just, push in on them a little aggressively. But CLG is not going to give Ace anything to work with. So they'll have to move out a little further themselves. They'll choose Cat.
Yes, I'm actually reading this, and they don't really explain what MVP means for them. It's just +5 points, but they don't explain what MVP means. I have to ask them about that. They're usually pretty responsive if you email them, so I'll just give them an email and see what they say. But either way, it's also 1.6 points for an assist now instead of 1.5.
Oh, was it 1.5?
I thought you said 1.5 when we were talking about it.
If I did, I made a mistake. I knew it was 1.6.
You think it's 1.6 so it's a throwback to CS 1.6, or because they
No, I
actually,
think it's valued really highly because they based it off of League of Legends and Dota 2, and I think 1.6 is way too many points for an assist in CSGO. That's my opinion on the matter, Dust.
It's just weird that they wouldn't just do 1.5 and they did 1.6 instead. I feel like it's
okay,
a big
yeah,
homage.
that's a good point. Maybe it is.
Yeah, maybe so. Either
Although
way,
1.5 was a good version of CS as well.
Okay. Regardless, we are going to have Ace on, pretty much a partial save here. Not really much investment, as Finesse just going to kind of spray him down at the M4. JDM also here to do some op work as well. Rabbit to get a couple of kills, though, with the 250, but unable to do much else, as Cutler will find him from the back of A-Plat. And at this point, CLG has started to stabilize again. I mean, they let a couple of rounds go in a row not so long ago. In fact, between rounds 6 and 10, they lost 3 of those 5. That's how Ace kind of started to climb back in the game, as at one point the score was, I think, 3-8 or 3-7 or something like that. But CLG closed out the last 3 rounds in a row with little issue, and they have a huge lead right now, 10-3, on a map that has trended back towards the T side. I mean, the meta of this map has changed over the course of the years, but it's definitely seen a bit more T-sided again as of late, and so the big lead here for CLG is my point.
All right, so round 14, getting close to the end of the first half. It's a full strength one here for Ace, and they strike first, but JDM will gun down Pex. That evens it right back up. They're trying to get up towards Cat. JDM is boosted, though, so if that player, which is Rabbit, starts walking into lower B, could be in trouble.
If Cutler peeks, he could do a lot of damage here, and he is actually going to go ahead and get the bomb down, but Rabbit will make the trade. 3 versus 3 situation here. As we are going to see, Finesse He's still putting a lot of pressure on Cat. Hayes trying to attack through the doors as well. Rabbit exchanging some fire here, but does go down the Hayes eventually. And that bomb is actually now traversing its way through the doors to kind of challenge Hayes, who is in CT spawn. He will get another kill, and it will be Finesse who cleans it up there. So eventually closes out the round up now 11-3. And
I did get a ruling.
Okay.
From Bubble Pop, who is admin over at Vulcan.
Nice.
Or staff, whatever the term would be. It is the in-game MVPs. They're just added in at the end.
Oh, okay.
So there we go.
Alrighty then. That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, they just look at the score sheets and add it in from there. I know they do this fairly manual.
It might not be as easy to fetch that data in comparison to like API just fetching frags and stuff. Yeah. I don't know how that works. Either way, last round of the first half, as CLG has a pretty huge lead here from CT side, though. We did have Cutler kind of push long by himself and get killed. He did get some information, but other than that, CLG playing really spread out right now. They do have a man advantage, so it winds up being okay. They have a 4-on-2 right now, as it looks like Pex and Statutory Ape are looking to try to go back towards long A. They will have to worry about Tarek, who does have an op here on the A plat watching long, so if they just walk out, he's probably going to get at least 1 free frag from this op. And there it is. It gets the kill on Pex. So all up to Ape now, 1 versus 4.
Nice pop flash, though. Gets the guy on CT ramp and on plat, but Finesse will push through and get him in the end. So the half goes to CLG 12-3. So a pretty dominant performance. Ace, 2 of the rounds they won came from force buy / ecos anyways?
I mean, it was mostly mid to B stuff that they won off of. They won all their rounds on the B side of the map, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Pretty positive about that. It seemed like they did a lot of mid to B, especially, and 2 of those times were, like you said, on saves, and they won 1 of those for sure. And then they had a gun round on a mid to B attack to win another, and I can't remember how they won the 3rd round, to be honest. But yeah, either way, it's not able to get much done. CLG having a huge lead there, 12-3, and you could tell they had a huge lead. They started to play a little bit less disciplined there towards the end, kind of doing random individual pushes, like Tarek pushing Cat to mid by himself with no one to trade, or there was one round, I think, where Hayes or somebody pushed long and got kill with no one there to trade. So CLG kind of known for doing that sometimes, just putting someone in in a crazy spot to make an individual play, but no one there to trade in case it goes poorly. And kind of a testament to their overall lack of discipline sometimes. But at this point, it doesn't really matter. They're up 12-3. But I'm just saying sometimes they do that in close games too, and it can sometimes cause an issue.
Yeah, I feel like while you can probably get away with it here in this match, it just seems like a really bad idea to start playing loose just because you're winning. I think no matter who you're playing, you should really just try to stay as composed and mannered as possible.
One particular round,
but it's really hard to do that.
Yeah, one particular round, they were up 5-3, and because they made pushes like that, it came down to a 3v3. That's a round that Ace could have won back. They didn't, but you gave them a chance to win the round back when you had a 5-on-3 advantage. So that's just something to kind of think about going forward as they maybe kind of review their demos, maybe think about some of the individual plays that they're making. But either way, like I said, it doesn't really matter here. They're way ahead, so I don't think they have anything really to worry about. But Ace could win this pistol and get back in the game that way. We'll have to see.
Oh, I just feel like it's conditioning, right? Because let's say, CLG gets a massive lead against Fnatic, and then they start playing loose. Like, a team like Fnatic is going to take that opportunity and probably destroy you with it, right? So it's better to just never get in the mindset of, playing too loose, playing too BM, I guess. But they're storming onto the A site right now as this terror side. Disciple gets dinked, trying to come up the CT ramp right there. Hayes takes them both down. FNS gets Mo, who was playing in pit, and now it's just up to Ape. Got a cool looking gun, but only 7 HP. He'll save the armor. He does have
small armor to save, yeah. So that's actually worth it. But it's going to be 13-3 in favor of CLG now, and they have to save this next round, but they're going to have to buy whatever they can in the third just to contest CLG from getting the match point, and it's going to be really difficult. Even still, it's going to be kind of not the best buy, so it's very likely you could just see this close out 16-3 now because of the pistol round victory for CLG, but there's a chance that Ace could, take a save this next round and then maybe somehow win the one after to prevent the match point. Especially depending on what kind of gun CLG buys up here. If they just SMG up and then Ace can get out some FAMASas and SMGs, you actually have a pretty equal round at that point. But it looks like we're seeing CLG kind of go straight to... Well, no, they got 2 MAC-10s.
I feel like for Terracide second round, coming off the win, SMGs are probably your best bet.
It's really the best bet now any days. It's like an actual counter to guns like the 5.7 and Tech-9 up close.
Well, it's bad if
you're
CT side and you let the bomb go down, even though you win the round. If you go then submachine guns and they pick up like Galils and AKs without nades, then I feel like you're disadvantaged, even having won the first round. There's definitely some cases.
Right. As CLG is going to take entry into the B bomb site here, get the bomb down pretty easy with only Rabbit and Pex left alive, and then 2 versus 5. They're both trying to see if they can't come through tons, but they're going to fall back. They both have head armor, so that's definitely worth keeping for the next round, as they might try to pick up some rifles for sure this next round. So the thing is they're still not going to have much. I actually don't agree with them buying 5.7 head armor this round. They probably should have just full saved. That way they could have maybe actually gotten...
Oh, they're hunting too. They're not going to be able to save anything, and they don't even get a kill on the round.
The thing is, with that extra, I guess, $1,500 for some of these guys who bought 5.7 full armor, that could have been FAMAS small armor this round. So that... I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily agree with it. They're going to be able to get 2 scouts and some 5.7s, and those scouts can be very dangerous. But yeah, I actually don't agree with that. I think they should have just probably full saved and saved that $1,500 and used it towards being able to FAMAS armor this round, FAMAS small armor or SMG full armor or something. Yeah. People are asking if this is Ace's map. Yes, this was their map selection. It was actually CLG who picked Inferno, which will be map 2. Do
you think they should have gambled on something else, like Combo or Train, or do you think it's better that they just take the trial by fire
I think
and
they
get
were
into
just,
a real map pick?
Back in the day, TST, the stream team that featured Adren and Pex and some of these other guys when they were playing ESA Premier, Dust 2 was a good map for them. And they have Mo, who's their opera that they picked up, who you kind of rely on.
Scout headshot for Mo!
That more often, but with the op, maybe not headshots, but at least getting kills. And he had some moments there in the first half. It just wasn't enough. And so, I can understand the pick on D2. Like I said, it's not an invincible map for CLG. They've dropped this map in some key moments, like against Keystars at Katowice or Elevate at ClutchCon or, different things like that. Struggled against the Elevate plug at the CEVO Season 6 land, went into like some crazy overtime. So it's not an invincible map for them. I can understand the pick from Ace, but... And who knows how much time they've had the practice period, so you can't really pick an...
Yeah, they're a really new team.
As they do find themselves in a 3 versus 2 this round, so even with very little equipment to work with, they've been able to get the man advantage and possibly stave this game off a little bit longer. You know, it's 15-3. You got to think CLG gets that round at 1 point, but it's looking like Ace might be able to hold it off for a little bit longer as Ape will catch Cutler's. I'll have to finesse the clutch in 1 versus 3 if he wants to end this map here and now. Gonna throw out a nade, doing a little bit of damage, but not a whole lot, and then Ape just kind of cleans him up. And the cool thing is they'll be able to pick up 3 pretty solid guns, and CLG's money is still pretty good, though, is the problem. So, still going to be a tough road for Ace.
Yep, not broken yet. So they'll have to win 1 more rifle round if they want to continue. I mean, they have to win every round if they want to continue the comeback.
It's pretty easy at this point, yeah, to kind of figure that one out. But I get where you were going with that, money-wise.
It's an important round for Ace to, you know, have another a round or 2 a little bit easier after this one on their long road back. They might get derailed before they can complete it. Mo going with the scout once more. Hit a crazy shot. I can't remember who it was on, but it was nice.
Yep, so AKs across the board here in the op on JDM. They're going to go up against some AKs and M4 Galil and a scout still on Mo. As CLG looking to put some pressure here at mid. Cutler looking for something as they are going to press 2 players out. Mid's going to be Hayes and Cutler. Hayes will get taken out. Cutler not really there to be able to trade because he got flashed and forced back to the Xbox. And so here we see it again, you know, just CLG kind of giving up a free frag with no trade ability. And that gives them the instant 1-man disadvantage very early in the round.
Yep, Hayes dropped. Ape was the man who got him, too. 2 points to Dust. See what JDM can do, though. His op debut, well, not quite debut. It hasn't been amazing so far. He's still sitting at 14, 6, and 10. So it's not terrible. 2-1 KDA. And trying to execute a man down here. Smoke's going through to block off the game helper players, even some of the ramp players. Oh, they're actually going to boost over it. So getting a little creative with it. JDM struggling with the jump key.
That would have been a crazy pick, actually, if some player was actually playing Goose or a ramp who maybe wasn't expecting this boost. You don't see it a whole lot or anything, but we are seeing CLG now cross Cat, but Ape and Pex holding it off quite well. JDM has been able to get 1 pick onto 8, but now he finds himself all alone in a 1v4. He might be able to get the bomb plant, but nope, Disciple. That jumping accuracy, though, is still something I feel like needs to be looked at.
Way too high for every gun.
Yeah, I mean, the Scout is especially egregious because it pretty much shaves off no accuracy.
Scout can keep it as far as I'm concerned, as long as they fix the jumping hitboxes up a little bit. So when I go to sleep tonight, I will pray for Source 2 update to come out tomorrow.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely jumping action on the other guns is a bit insane.
And
you shouldn't be able to do that easily, and that happens all the time, and it shouldn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the counter argument is it's the same for everybody, but even still, seems a little too much for me. However, still
well, the
not
CT was the
broken
same
yet.
for everybody too, and they were on CT sides forever ago, and that gun was broken
true.
for like 8 months. But it's not really a fair argument.
Well,
either way, though.
yeah.
15-5 as Aces continue to try their comeback at this point. They find themselves still pretty even, though they've relented a lot of map control. You know, pretty much the A bomb site open. CLG's going to get a bomb plant with no... I mean, some damage has been exchanged, but no frags. They're trying to retake through Cat with 3 players, but Finesse is cutting them off from the green box, but only able to find 1, but still gives his team the advantage, but that's been eradicated as Rabbit and Ace's retake so far has been pretty on point. They get it back into a 3v3. Ape trying to do a stacks flash to the smoke to see if he can't retake up Cat. He will blind JDM, but he's kind of in a weird angle, but he gets both kills anyway. What a play from
JDM
Ape.
was so blind.
Yeah, that snacks flash is real dangerous, man.
And looks like they got enough time for it, too.
Yep.
So they'll get it. And now, surely, they've broken the money. Still, even if they wanted to, they could Galil and force up, but I think maybe just save here, get your ops back out. if you want to use him on T side and have a real big round 23.
I'm kind of scared. Are we going to see another situation where CLG struggles to close a game? I mean, it happened to them against Nylum on Inferno at CEVO LAN. It's been something that's happened to them quite a few times, actually. On top of just being inconsistent in general in LAN events, you know, getting big wins but also big losses in group plays and things like that. Struggling to close maps has been somewhat of an issue. Even some of their players have kind of been quoted as saying they've had some issues closing games. So, I mean, here's the thing. Like, you want to keep getting those 2 points against some of the easier opponents in the league, as opposed to when you have to go up against teams like Elevate and Nylum and Cloud9, some of the more difficult teams that you might struggle against. Go ahead and get those easy 2-point wins while you can against some of the lower teams in the league. Don't struggle to close out a map and find yourself maybe tying or something.
All right, 5-on-5 here. Where are those terrorists? Oh, there they are, crossing long. Rabbit trying to gun him down. Can't quite do it. One's already got across. The bomb is fallen, though. Not able to plant it. Fire all over the site. Tarek, oh, big nade to him as well. It doesn't look like they're going to get a chance to get it down. Maybe they even just find a kill would be nice, but they can't do it. It's a perfect round there for Ace. Shutting down that slight force buy, rush up long A, and now we're going to have in round 23 a full-strength CLG. Can this be the round where they can finally just close it out?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they've been at match point for quite some time. No, Ace has been able to win the last 4 rounds in a row to prevent this from ending. And, you know, CLG's money is not going to be infinite, though they are on the maximum loss bonus if they were to lose this round. So that's kind of helpful. And, of course, it is a little bit cheaper to be a terrorist. The rifle is a little bit less expensive, but the nades can definitely come to bite you, though. You need them for those executions.
All right, this could be it. But Mo says no. Continues climbing those stairs back to round 30. Or up to round 30. Hits a nice headshot there onto Tarek. Gets another one onto JDM. Mo trying to make a statement here because the opping at the start of this match was
finds Cutler
hilarious.
trying to grab the op. Yeah, I mean, Mo has been on point on the... He's been on point the CT side with the op for sure. He's had a really, really good CT side with the op. In fact, for the CT side, he's 9-3, you know, when it comes to his KD. So, you know, really big stuff. He's already had 2 3Ks this half as well with the op. So, I mean, he's been on point on the CT side with the op for sure.
Looks like Ace will boost one other players back up, or attempt to boost back up.
The struggle was real there
platform.
for a second. The struggle was real.
Should have taken the elevator.
As there is one hiding quad box and 2 cat. CLG may never check the squad box. That's going to be a big player. Once again, the jumping accuracy of Pets prevents the bomb plant. That's got to be the most frustrating thing. It's happened to him twice in this half now.
You see it all the time now on Dust 2. I mean,
it's the biggest spot to do it because it's so easy to jump peek that bomb planter on A-plat.
Although that one, they were literally right next to each other. Probably would have got that in any version of CS. It's more when you're jumping an elevator and you can get through the default plant box. See people spam down. That one's a bit further.
Or see people kill people goose when jumping elevator or something like that. Like, I mean, it's gonna be kind of insane.
It was a Dren's video. He made one that showed all that, right? Yeah. So if you're a non-believer, just go check out that video.
Right, as Mo once again going to have the op, but they might attack through this smoke at mid and kind of expose Mo. And here comes the flashes. Mo forced to fall back into CT spawn, but he's able to escape, and Ape is there to help make some trading happen. In fact, it's not trading. They're just straight up dominating until Finesse is finally able to get a response. And good crossfire there from Ape and Mo. You know, Mo did get caught with the flash, but Ape was able to bail him out, put him in a position to re-peek and make a play with his op and get a kill, and Ape, you know, cleaned up to that round. So big stuff here, but JDM looking to try to clutch this thing, but not even going to get to come close to fruition as Mo pretty much shuts it out immediately. So
Mo started to get people some nice points here. He did not have a whole lot, but those last 2 rounds were explosive for him. He evens himself up with a KD 18 and 3 assists for him, couple MVPs.
Yeah, I mean, he was 7-14 last half on kills with 60 ADR. And in this half, he's now 11-4 with 153 ADR. Not that ADR matters for your points or anything, but you can just see like the impact he's had on the CT side is just much greater than the T side. And, what a headshot!
Wow, that was a shot onto Tarek.
Yeah, I mean, he's been lighting him up this half, that's for sure. He's been a force to be reckoned with at mid for CLG this entire T side they've played. And especially on these rotations to A and such, he's been on point as well.
And the curse, I guess if you want to call it that, of CLG not being able to close out a game is starting to look pretty real here. I mean, they've given up how many rounds now? 6?
It was
about to be 7?
15 to...
They've given up 6 rounds.
Yeah, 6 rounds here. They were up 12-3 from the last half. And got the first 3 of the round. Yeah, so it was 15-3. So yeah, 6.
It also you can just hit tab and it tells you on the scoreboard. All right, jumping into pit there. JDM will fall, but they did have a trade out there equally to ram it. So A still with the advantage. Hayes trying to get something done with the deagle. Could have been a nice 1-deag if he landed it. Mo with another close op shot, this time on finesse. And let's see what Cutler can do. He has a scout. Battling
if you would have hit Mo in the face while he was jumping down from A plant to pit, I might have lost it. That would have been pretty insane, but not going to happen. And Cutler's in a really tough spot right now at this M4 and Pig. He's pretty much just stuck there. I mean, bombs down in nowhere land, so no man's land, so he can't really do anything. I mean, he's just kind of in a really tough spot. Just looking to see if he can't get any guns down. But everyone's playing pretty smart. In fact, he just gets flanked outright by Disciple there. So 15-10. And, yeah, I mean, CLG is really struggling on this T side. It's kind of funny because historically, CLG has always been like really good on CT sides, and their T sides have always kind of struggled. But then when we saw them at the Season 6 CEVO LAN, they're actually crushing teams on T side on maps like Dust 2 and Cash and things. They struggle on their CT side outside of Inferno, or they dominated CT side Inferno. But now it's like they've come back to struggling on T sides again. It's kind of weird how it's been shifting back and forth. But JDM finally taking Mo down, which has been like a critical point in Ace's defense, so that could be the tipping point, actually, is him being down so early.
Yeah, that is maybe problematic that he's fallen. JDM's got the op here, but Hayes taking out the SG.
Playing some Call of Duty,
553, a.k.a. the Krieg, whatever you want to call it, gets 2 down just like that. And Tarek pushes out, and they will close it. So it took to round 26, and Ace, I mean... yeah, they got kind of blown out in the first half, but they started to make a comeback. They looked like real contenders for about 7 rounds there, maybe even more than that, because they did get 3 on the other side. And for a team that's so fresh and just starting out playing against one of the best in North America, not bad for map number 1.
Yeah, I mean, they actually made a match of it there at the end. I mean, they were down 12-3 at the end of the first half, so you kind of figured that was going to get closed out really quick and be kind of a one-sided game in favor of CLG. Which I guess wouldn't have been super surprising. They were the favorites going into this, the 2-0, this best of 2, I think, in most people's eyes. But yeah, I mean, Ace making a game of it there in those last 6 or 7 rounds to actually make it a close game at 16-10, or relatively close at least. But basically, Mat 2 will be Inferno. CLG can take that as well. Then they will go up and get another 2-0, and that'll put them at 6 points on the season. Perfect start to the season, basically, out of the 3 best of 2s they've played thus far. However, if we do see a split here, it will be 1 point apiece. So, I mean, basically there's still something to play here for Ace. They could get 1 point instead of 0 coming out of this if they can figure something out on Inferno coming up here in a second.
Yeah, definitely worth playing for, guys. And we'll switch out casters. I'm Helium. I think it says misled below me. That's who's coming in. As this game got pushed a little earlier, and he's on the West Coast. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You can find me on Twitter at HeliumBrella. Dust
What's your
here
points,
at
by the way?
Dust Murray. Oh, good call. So that sums up our game talk. But into the Vulcan points, I only had 3 people play, and I got 164 points.
Okay, so I had 4 people play, and I had 188 points.
188. So you're doing pretty good as well, I think.
I'm doing okay. Hayes only got me 20. You know what's funny? Ape got me more points than Hayes. And his team got pooed on for like the majority of the first half. Ape did. So Ape actually almost got me just as many points as Cutler did.
Well, Cutler actually, I'm losing points from Cutler as it updates here because he died a bunch and then he only went 19.
Oh yeah, I just updated it. So what are you at right now? Again?
It's 60.
I'm at 100.
I mean, it's not going to change dramatically, but
yeah, okay.
Everyone leading the first place right now has got 286, and they had 6 people playing.
Okay.
Which is the max. So I'm feeling pretty confident.
We can maybe reach out to you if you're still going to be up at the end of
the I'm definitely sticking around to see how this works out.
Yeah, okay. So at the end of the night, when the next 3 maps are over, we'll sync back up, whether you're on stream or not. We'll talk and we'll see where we ended up.
All right, guys. Well, peace out. We'll go to a break, and when we return, it'll be Misled and Dust taking it away on Inferno.